It's your video, Doug, so you were like... Okay, we talked about harmonic minor. You tried to play to this at the beginning of the lesson, and you sounded good, but you didn't hit the right notes. The main thing a 2-5-1 in a minor key signifies, especially when the 2 is a proper half diminished, is the harmonic minor scale. So the first thing we did was talk about inside the changes. Across, excuse me, which is just your scale. So I started with you with the minor triad, E minor. Okay, and we just went. There's your raised 7th, D sharp. Okay, and we started by mining the first string. So you have your root, flat 6. We did that 3-note run. Okay, going back to here, we talked about this. Or, that's a nice little 4-note run. Do thirds with it. Up to 2, so it's 1, 7, 1, 2. Okay, so that's high. Then you had medium, or middle. This is the most basic. But you go to the heart of it, which is the D sharp with your first finger. And that's the heart. Okay, then we did the low section, okay, which I went up to 3 and then down. Okay. So in the low E, you have the same thing you had in the high E. Okay, you could also take this little part. Okay, so that's the static scale, and we mind that. And then the next thing I said is, another approach is just using it as a color you can splash into any minor key situation, which means as long as you know where your tonics are, you're good, and you can do the classic move, which is the root, 7, flat, 6, 5. So I had you do that everywhere. So take E2, E7. Okay, E7. I said E7 a minute 5. We're going to do every single E without exception. And then you want to take just this first string idea on every single E. Okay, having that in your back pocket with every single spice. This one's cool too, because you get the open notes. Okay, so those are the ideas about playing across the changes, using scale patterns, static scale patterns, or just basic tricks based off of a tonic, so you can splash it in as a color when you know a harmonic minor moment's coming in a song. Because oftentimes it's just a 5 chord and it's brief. It's not like you have to play the harmonic minor scale constantly. So having that in your back pocket is very, very useful. And then we just analyzed, or we wrote, or I gave you, 2 inside the changes approaches. So we did a low one and a high one. So here's the low one. I'm going to make it as graceful and legato as you can. I like that hammer-on and that slide. Then you can do it from here. Okay, so that's the low one, starting on the root of the 2 chord. And then if you take your E minor and move it up a whole step, you have your F sharp minor, but make it diminished. Now you see your diminished triad that we want. So we're going to do it in reverse. We're going to start at the 5th. In this case, it's the C natural and go. And the same thing on the B, but we're going to go high to this minor 7th of the E chord.
He said that's the point.
So you can take one key and just do the low end and the high one. So.
Well, how do you talk about
Sorry. You get the idea. Pairing those together and you go down in whole steps. That's it.